Welcome to the news for this, the 28th week of 2021. I'm Matt Miller. This is Trekzone. Now, before we get into it, a quick reminder that you can get behind-the-scenes goss and early access to all Trekzone podcasts by becoming a member today. Click the join button on any Trekzone video. Go to the Trekzone/support. That is the Trek.zone/support. Or put your phone up to the QR code on screen right there. That's on throughout the show. Plus, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to the YouTube channel or podcast feeds, wherever you listen to us, leave comments and ratings. Now, on to the news. Production on Discovery's fourth season even, has almost wrapped after 8 months. Sonequa Martin-Green spoke with Collider on the hustings for Space Jam. Now, that's a movie we should be checking out, saying that being captain is a big deal to her, that there's a little bit more to do with a lot to come in the season. As I said, she was in LA to promote the Space Jam movie. That's an interesting one. Meanwhile, Emmy-nominated visual effects supervisor Jason Zimmerman spoke with American cinematographer about the upcoming augmented reality components of the fourth season. Upcoming for us, waiting to watch the show. He says it's so much better than the green screen in many ways, not the least of which is COVID-related, allowing the production to stay in the studio despite expansive outdoor location scenes. While production on the final episode of Strange New Worlds freshman season last week got underway last week, I should say. A visual effects team has headed south to New Mexico to film visual effects components. With an episodic Planet of the Week format, the beautiful landscapes of America's Southwest will be on display, giving us something the original series never could, which is going to be awesome. And just to be clear, that is getting out of the studio and filming like this. It's going to be absolutely incredible, and it's going to be remarkable to see a reimagining of the original Enterprise. It does look really good. Now, this filming in New Mexico is likely to be by a second unit, and that'll be for the augmented reality work being carried out, just like Discovery, so a really great use of the technology there. Well, meanwhile, 3 months on from the seemingly randomly announced Trek movie, with no other details, we have a director, Matt Shakman, will helm the next iteration in Star Trek on the big screen. Shakman's most recent credit is the highly ambitious WandaVision for Disney+. This as yet untitled top-secret project will be produced by J.J. Abrams and is reportedly moving at warp speed with a script and pre-production already underway. And in the week following our chat with Southern Launch CEO Lloyd Damp, where all he was waiting on was regulatory approval before being able to get started on Launchpad 1 at Whalers Way, they have it. The Federal Minister for Industry, Science and Technology signed off on the approval after the South Australian company completed the licensing process a few weeks ago. There is nothing but time and construction now standing between Southern Launch and rockets flying from Whalers Way. Well, what a week on Trekzone. We learnt all about Comic-Con panels coming up in this week. It is actually. It's going to be very exciting. And production wrapping on season 1 of Strange New Worlds. We got the science and space news from Dr. Brad. Caught up with Ray Tessie after James Corley posted that film producers shouldn't solicit donations to fund their hobby, and he kind of took a veiled swipe at Ray for running the neutral zone. Aaron Vanderklay beamed in to announce his next Star Trek fan film, Outbreak. That is looking really cool. We learned about how we're going to be managing our own Earth observation data here in Australia for the first time, and started playing Starfleet Academy. Trekzone Plays is back. I'm so excited for that. Starfleet Academy, a great game from 1997 from Interplay. Man, I really miss those times. And there was that teaser as well in Starfleet Academy about a Vulcan-themed game that was going to be coming in 98. That never eventuated. That looked really, really cool. Well, coming up this week, it's a triple dose of Starfleet Academy. We'll hear more about this hypernova discovery, and Dr. Brad with the science and space news will be beaming in, as he does. Special day this week. He'll be here Wednesday because science never sleeps and he's a busy man. So Wednesday for Talking Science, triple treat for Trekzone Plays. And of course, I'm treating this just like I'm on a broadcast network. That's my background. keep forgetting that it's YouTube, so I'll be putting links up. Where do they go? They go here, those little cards on YouTube. If you're listening to me on a podcast, jump onto the Trek.zone or Trekzone.org. Takes you to the same place. You get to see all of the content there. Scroll down on the homepage. You can see each of the podcasts having their own little category, and the latest episodes from those series are available there right on the homepage. The other thing you're going to want to do to not miss out on any Trekzone podcasts, 7 a week, 350 in 2021. That's the goal. You're going to want to subscribe and ring the bell on our YouTube channel. Also, click the join button there while you're at it. $3.99 a month gets you early access to all of our podcasts. If you're listening to me on a podcast feed where you can subscribe there as well, that'll automatically download new episodes to your device, which will be very, very handy if you're on the go and you just want to be able to listen to Trekzone. It'll be right there for you. And the mailing list on the website is coming back, but if you have a WordPress account, you can actually subscribe to Trekzone through that method as well, and that way you get an email every time I put a blog post up on the website. Of course, that's Trekzone.org. And if you have that WordPress account, you get a little banner at the top of the page. It sits there and you're able to do things with that. You can subscribe to Trekzone that way. But I am coming up with the mailing list. I've got to get all that sorted out very, very soon. If you are watching on YouTube, or even if you're listening on a podcast, jump onto YouTube when you get a chance. Leave a comment here. Let the YouTube algorithm know that I'm worth promoting. And we can also have a chat about the stories this week. I read every comment and reply to almost every one of them as well. You've got to be nice, though. I'm not going to reply to mean comments. But anyway, I'll see you in the comments. So for now, and as always, I'm Matt Miller for Trekzone. Thanks for watching this loose episode of the news.
Stand by. 5.
Keep up to date with Twitter. Catch new podcasts daily on YouTube. Plus, we're beaming to your favorite podcast app 5 days a week. Just search for Trekzone and subscribe.